Made too many mistakes, gotta get this right. Oh baby, look what you started. The temperature's rising and here is this gonna happen. Been waiting and waiting for you before I make a move. So baby, come wind me up, and baby, I'll let you on it. A little bit dangerous, but baby, that's how I want it. A little less conversation and a little more touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you, into you, into you. Can everyone watching us? So baby, let's keep it secret. A little bit scandalous, but baby, don't let them see it. A little less conversation and a little more touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you, into you, into you. Oh, this could take some time. Made too many mistakes, gotta get this right. Oh baby, look what you started. The temperature's rising and here is this gonna happen. Been waiting and waiting for you to make a move before I make a move. So baby, come wind me up, and baby, I'll let you on it. A little bit dangerous, but baby, that's how I want it. A little less conversation and a little more touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you, into you, into you. Can everyone watch us? So baby, don't let's keep it secret. A little bit scandalous, so baby, don't let them see it. A little less conversation and a little more touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you, into you, into you. Tell me what you came here for. 'Cause I can't wait no more. I'm on the edge of no control. I need you to know. Oh, so baby, come wind me up, and baby, I'll let you on it. A little bit dangerous, and baby, that's how I want it. A little less conversation and a little more touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you, into you, into you. Can everyone watching us? So baby, let's keep it secret. A little bit scandalous, so baby, don't let them see it. A little less conversation and touch my body. So don't let me up now, baby. A little bit dangerous on how I want it. Don't let me touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you, into you, into you. Don't play me up, so don't play me up now, baby. Don't be dangerous, a little bit dangerous on how I want it. Each and a little more touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you, into you, I'm into you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Wright, accompanied by Matt Ocho and Mitch. We'll hear a little more from Charlie later. Welcome everyone to 7th Inning Stretch, the Pitchers Variety Show. I'm your host, Dave Johnston. We have a fantastic show for you tonight. We have singers, we have actors, we have rappers, we have comics, we have it all. Tonight, our show is a charity fundraiser for Casa, which helps provide housing, food, and job assistance to homeless LGBT youth. It's a fantastic cause. Thank you for being here. We also have a special guest bartender tonight. Please welcome Michael Martin Meeks. Michael is serving rail vodka and all Smirnoff drinks. $1 from every purchase of Michael, cash only, goes to Casa Ruby.
And beer.
And beer.
Yeah.
And beer. We're also going to be collecting during the intermission, so thank you very much in advance for your contributions. Our next performer was a finalist in the 2015 Women of the World Poetry Slam and was a member of the 2017 Beltway Poetry Slam team. She's a published author of over a dozen chapbooks and a full-length book of poetry, The Chambermaid's Style Guide. She's the Beltway Poetry Slam's slam manager, and she makes her own ice cream. Please welcome Angelique Palmer!
How are y'all doing? Are you sure? Yeah. Y'all need to patronize the bar a little more. Okay, can you help me with this? Nope, got it. I don't know, maybe. Is it possible that I could put you under a spell? I mean, I'm a witch, so, oh, y'all don't believe me. I am. I'm totally a witch. Can I put you under a spell?
Yes.
Okay. And the spell is going to make you donate to Casa Ruby later a lot more, but for now we're going to do this together. Everybody cool? Say word.
Word.
Ah. Okay, say easy. Listen, you just said we were going to do this together. And now y'all are standing out there being all quiet and silent. Easy. No, say easy.
Easy.
It's easy to mistake a little passion-colored neon and some well-played moonlight for magic. That's a lazy witch's way. Say truth. True conjuring. Now that's the dig and the discerning. That's the meaning each word you speak of a spell to spell out one thing, to spell out root. Say religion. My religion never needed a box. And my box don't need your religion. Say sexual. Oh no, say it like y'all be getting some. Say sexual. I'm a bisexual. I say it. But only when it's safest. Say safe.
Safe.
Did you hear all the lie in that? Say conditioning. Angelique, you've been conditioned into the wrong acceptance, forgotten your own magic. Say magic. You were born for better than sacred lighting and limitation. Say magic. Call on everything that is fire within you. Take down your alabaster box, break it open, spill your perfume. Do it now. Now. What are you waiting for? Oh, why people need light? Yes. Casa? Okay, so now you're under my spell. How's it feel? It's a little ticklish, right? God, okay, so maybe I'll do this poem because I'm not really. That's a little feedback, no? No, okay, I'm on. I want to do this poem so I can be a little brave in a queer bar because I never come to queer bars and out loud because I'm single. I really should stop happening over and over again. This poem is from a chapbook I wrote called The Sweeter, and it's called Hands Here. I think I like the idea. Your hands, my hair. I've been looking at your hands and touching my hair all night. I've been imagining the places your fingers will find home. Be fluent in caress, will curse my stubborn and stay unraveling this enigma, will praise the kinks in the curls of pooled oil, of ill-positioned knot, will be snagged, give a gentle yank, give a curled flower. When we both know the rules, we can break them. My scalp and skin craves the chorus of quakes. You're way over there. Hands could deliver. And I have been looking at your hands and touching my hair all night, pretending I'm a magnet. You already here. Thank you. I have this $5 chapbook that has poems in it that if you buy it goes directly to the charity. So come over to me and get $5 worth of poems.
Angelique Palmer, everyone. So that's not coming from the microphones. No, that's not. Okay. Our next act has been performing hip-hop around the DMV for 2 years. He's an improviser who's been with DC's Penthouse Basements for 8 years. And he's done hip-hop improv at New York City's annual Del Close Improv Marathon. You may recognize this next act from his work on stage and screen. He was in the 2017 Fringe Festival play The Regulars, and he had a star-making turn on one of Investigation Discovery Channel's murder reenactment shows as Creepy Bus Stop Guy, doing his original rap Atari 2600. Please welcome Pete Panucci!
How y'all doing? All right. Y'all remember the 1980s? Yes. What do you remember about the 1980s? Yeah. Rubik's Cube, Hill Street Blues, and the Atari 2600. Hit it, DJ. Before all this Facebook app bullshit, all we had was 8 bits and a dream. The Atari 2600. Greatest invention of the 20th century. Invaders, just to meet in a damn thing greater on a vine over alligators. You can have your Xbox One, I'm the one truly having fun. You can have your PlayStation 4, I'm the one knocking high scores. You can have your Xbox One, I'm the one truly having fun. You can have your PlayStation 4, I'm the one knocking high scores, oh yeah. Make some noise, yeah. Just playing my 2600. Day and night ain't thinking nothing of it. Just playing my 2600. Grab my joystick, I enjoy it. Just playing my 2600. Day and night ain't thinking nothing of it. Just playing my 2600. Grab my joystick, I enjoy it. Grab my joystick, I enjoy it. Yo, moms, you don't understand. I'm in my room playing Missile Command. Tell the truth, I know how you're feeling. So watch Miss Pac-Man break the glass ceiling. Watch Miss Pac-Man break the glass ceiling. Watch Miss Pac-Man break the glass ceiling, yeah. Just playing my 2600. Day and night ain't thinking nothing of it. Just playing my 2600. Grab my joystick, I enjoy it. Just playing my 2600. Day and night ain't thinking nothing of it. Just playing my 2600. Grab my joystick, I enjoy it. Grab my joystick, I enjoy it. Grab my joystick, I enjoy it. machine. Go back to a time when I had some dreams. I played Atari 24/7, make no apologies. Far more human than today's technology. And check it out, her technology's prevailing. I ain't saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. To tell the truth, the Atari deserves a standing ovation. The Atari 2600 was a new sensation. The Atari 2600 spread across the nation. The Atari 2600 never sold my personal information. Zuckerberg, yeah. Just playing my 2600. Day and night ain't thinking nothing of it. Just playing my 2600. Grab my joystick, I enjoy it. Thank you!
Keep it going for Pete Pinocchi. I think the projection is doing justice to our beautiful faces, so we may use the projection during the intermissions.
I think it makes it look better.
Right? Our next performer is a brilliant singer-songwriter whose debut album, The Problem Might Be Me, is available right now on Amazon and at ZoeRavenwood.com. Spotify, iTunes, stream it, but buy it. Buy it is better than stream it. She's currently recording her second album, Welcome to the World, featuring collaborations with the Crane Wives and Lachlan Bryan. You can catch her at the second annual Project Hera Music Festival in Falls Church on September 16th, singing my personal favorite song of hers, Western Dawn. Please welcome Zoe Ravenwood.
Thank you for letting me use your amplifier. Maybe. We'll see.
We got a screwdriver? Screwdriver?
Yeah. I think I might have done it. I got it.
Numbers
It's close to you, it's chasing me, carry me way down to the sea. Turn my back on your promised land. Got more soul than I can stand. I can't hold you now, but I still hold on under these skies in a western dawn. I can't hold you now, but I still hold on under these skies in a western dawn. I can't hold you now, but I still hold on under these skies in a western dawn.
We've still got 2/3 of our show to go, but before we go any further, tonight's show is a fundraiser for Casa Ruby, as I mentioned earlier. Here to say a few words about this fantastic charity is Ruby herself, Ruby Collado! As soon as she's ready. In the meantime, okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
We were just preparing for the audience that we have who followed us. But I have to take this from there. How many of you heard the narrative in this country that more than ever is picking on the little people? Right? And it's always been that way, ever since I have memory. When I came to DC at 16 years old, that was back what was happening. And I was part of a gay liberation movement where we just didn't take it. And we really demanded respect, dignity, humanity. But it is unfortunate that today, the same narrative continues to hurt people. And I like to start with that because the work that we do at Casa Ruby is to support the people that are under attack. It is not only providing a safe space, but also showing the world that no matter how much you attack the gay community, the transgender community, the immigrant community, the Muslim community, those who are different, we come together and we have a response that is very different. We take care of one another. We come together and we support one another. About 25 years I had a dream that I was running a gay shelter. I was one of the DuPont Circle kids. In that dream, I was putting satin sheets on the bed. It was a shelter, it was a gay place, because to me, gay is about being happy. It's about being fierce, it's about being unique. It's about being joyful. So it took me a while, to make the long story short. In 2012, I had just overcome a suicide attempt. And I woke up thinking, you know what, I have to do what I have never done. I have worked for a long time supporting violence programs and prevention in our city against hate crimes. I've done work with HIV. I had done a lot of volunteering on homelessness. So I got a hold of some money and I started looking for places. I found a tiny little space on Georgia Avenue by Howard University. And I told a group of 20 of my friends, would you support me if I ever needed help? Because I knew that we needed a place in our city to really take care of vulnerable people. So since June of 2012, this tiny little spot on Georgia Avenue has become now a housing program that provides 100 beds to homeless LGBT people. We have a large number of those beds are for youth, but I'm getting older, and I know that we can't just take care of a few and leave others behind. So we have housing for adults. We have housing for seniors, which is a new group that I have seen an increase in disparities. We're also a life center, because today there are a lot of people who are being hurt by horrible narratives, so much violence, a lot of poverty. People come out of the closet and they experience poverty. And then on top of that, they're thrown out of their homes. So part of what we do at the Life Center is we provide hot meals, 4,000 meals every month. 4,000. This is my ex-cook. She messed up, so I had to take her out of the kitchen. And I said, you're gonna do outreach. Because we don't discard people at Casa. We really, it's the place where you can actually get a final chance. So 4,000 meals, we have a clothing bank. So if any of you have clothing, if any of you have food, sometimes the light goes out and you're about to throw your food, bring it over. We are the only LGBT center that is open 24 hours. So if you know anyone in need, drive them to Casa Ruby. Get them in an Uber and get them in a safe place. Because the reality is, when you hear those messages on TV, CNN, and you get it, the whole social media, when the attacks come, there are people that get hurt. Last, we're a local organization, but we really are addressing a national problem. Most of the people who come to Casa Ruby are not from the DMV area. About 50% come from states like Florida. Some of them come from Mississippi. Some of them come from New Orleans. I've seen people come from so many places. Even though we're not at the border, we have a program that caters to LGBT immigrants. And right now we have 623 clients that are receiving case management. Do you know how far the border is? When you hear about those kids, we have kids, 12, 14 years, that are at the border. And when they release them, they have nowhere to go. So we get calls from the organizations around the border, and they call us. And our thing is, if you make it to Washington, you have the support. So I'm very thankful for the opportunity, because it's not just about raising money, it's about raising awareness. If in our community we had all the opportunities and we didn't have people hurting us, there wouldn't have to be a place where more than 6,000 people will knock on the door. And I'm glad that we're open. But it's kind of sad the reason why we're open. So thank you so much. I always say to people, I'm almost like a mother now. I have a lot of kids. But what I've always said, I appreciate when people like you support the work, because I cannot be the only one caring for those that are vulnerable in our LGBT community. I cannot be the only one. So to all of you that are here, I want to thank you, because I don't feel alone. My director, chief of operations is here. We really appreciate your support. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, Ruby. So, hold on one second. So we've got a lot of show left, 2/3 of our show still to go, including repeat performances from everybody that you've seen already, including Zoe Ravenwood, We're going to take a quick break. If you want to support Ruby and Casa Ruby's work to support LGBT homeless people, you're right here in DC. I will be coming around with a Square credit card reader for credit card donations. Ruby will also be coming around with a Square reader for credit card donations. Our guest bartender, Michael Martin Meeks, $1 from every drink that he sells goes to Casa Ruby, and all tips go to him as well. Go to Casa Ruby as well. We've also got for cash donations. You can put them right here in this jar. Charlie, can you walk around with this? Can you do that for me? All right. Oh, they brought their own box. That's amazing. All right, so we will be right back in 10 minutes with performances from people you've seen before and people you haven't. Have some drinks, support pictures, and we will be right back.
I'll tell you a little bit about my inspiration for this song I'm about to sing. The short answer is Melania, but let me get there. And first, before Matt and I just met about an hour ago, so we're gonna do this. Anyway, so Melania. So come with me to a land of make believe, like unicorns, butterflies, all that stuff, and ponder a few things. Like what if Whitney never met Bobby? Like how amazing, or what if Hillary had actually gone to Wisconsin? I mean, right? So little things. Get out your magic eraser for this one. The next question I want to ask you is, what if Donald Trump is actually good in bed? I mean, like really good in bed. Like, what if there's an inverse relationship between the size? I know size of hands and dick size or whatever. And imagine like Melania is just so sexually satisfied. Okay, again, I know you said like drink your fantasy juice, and to that I say okay. But, okay, this convoluted intro is about to end here. So the other thing I want you to consider for a second, go back with me to the moment when Melania didn't know about the porn stars, again, Fantasyland, like when she was pregnant with Barron. And imagine what a sex-crazed yet naive Melania might think about this song. As I bathe in the afterglow of some pretty remarkable sex, his breathing is heavy, his eyes become slits, he starts to drift off, then it hits. He never did that before. He put a twist in the bedtime story. He never did that before. That isn't part of his repertory. That's something that he must have learned. And now I'm wide awake and concerned. No, he never did that, never did that, never did that before. He never did that before. No, that was totally unexpected. He never did that before. And yet it's not as if I objected. It's something that he must have learned. And now I'm wide awake and concerned. No, he never did that, never did that, never did that before. When did he have that business thing in Akron? No, it's not like I really care. And any way that's too advanced for Akron, unless he met some Brazilian there. Or did he get it from some man he rented, like one set in a prison cell? All our money's over leave, $1 million wager, or Poppy just 9 at AOL. And now he begins to soar, and I
up for the next act. Our next act is a sketch comedy scene written and directed by my friend Rachel Kaplan. Let me get out of your way. Rachel's a few days away from moving to LA to write sitcoms, so we're very lucky to have her before she leaves. With acting by Diane Cummings, Stacy Mitchell, and Kelsey Tolbert, please enjoy Mother-Daughter Book Club.
Thanks for coming to book club. Does everyone have their copy of 50 Shades of Grey? Good. Who'd like to start? Okay, I'll start. I thought the book got off to a slow start. I mean, they don't even kiss until page 71, and nothing fun happens until page 120. From the way it was advertised and talked about on the morning shows, I expected to be wet right from the start. Pam, what did you think?
I didn't think at all about you being wet, Grandma. I thought it was a fun, quick read.
Oh, I didn't find it quick at all. I mean, no action until a third of the way through the book. I had to keep putting it down to masturbate. Thank goodness your grandfather is retired and I could use him whenever I needed to. He even role-played a bit.
Mom, that's Dad you're talking about. Let's just talk about the literary merits of the book.
What merits? It's girl porn.
Don't say porn, Mom. It's a light read to help women get in the mood with little literary appeal. Well, then let's just talk about how the plot unfolded or the characters developed.
Okay, well, as I said, I thought the plot developed slowly. As I said, no action until a third of the way through the book. As for the characters, how did you picture Christian? I pictured him as your father when he was 30. He was still working on the farm then. He was all muscle. Your father's always been well endowed, and that hasn't changed. But I used his body from 40 years ago.
Well, at least you're faithful, Mom. I pictured Spock. I love a man who's so in control of his emotions. Pam. I also picture Grandpa.
Pam?
Really, I pictured Christian Slater from Robin Hood. You know, hot and sinewy with a bad British accent.
Did either of you have any questions about the relationship between Anastasia and Christian?
Like what?
Well, their relationship can be confusing. I mean, it can seem abusive and controlling. In fact, in many ways it is. But for them, it's a source of arousal, not abuse.
No questions on that front. I mean, my ex-boyfriend and I, we were more into the paddles than the whips. But other than that, I really identified with the story.
Oh, Pam, how awful, how modern. Your grandfather and I just do a little old-fashioned spanking.
Ew. No, Grandma, no paddles, no whips, no chains. Did your ex-boyfriend treat you as an equal? Mom, what ex-boyfriend? I'm in a book club with my mother and my grandma. Does it really look like I have an active social life? Pam, you're a lovely girl. Just make sure you look for a partner.
Are you having trouble dating because you have unusual sexual needs that you're not sure can be met? I think this book shows us that there's a peg for every hole. Your grandfather is a peg for my hole, and your father for your mother. I'm sure your peg is out there.
Grandma, you've got to stop talking about pegs and holes.
See, any man would be lucky to have you.
Mom, please. Cool snacks, Grandma.
Thanks, they're themed. I have the gray M&Ms, the ready dip, and licorice ropes. easy on the candy, though. You know us possums don't have great metabolisms. You can get fat after you land a man.
A kind man who is your intellectual equal and a true partner.
And well hung.
Mom, it's not about the physical connection, it's about the mental connection.
As long as the parts connect, everything else will follow. Your grandfather couldn't put two sentences together when we met, and he could plow me better than he plowed the fields. We've been together 45 years.
Yeah, right, Grandma. You and Grandpa never talk.
We talk. He asks me what's for dinner. I tell him to mow the lawn. But in the dark, there's no need for talking.
Is that why Christian was always making Anna be quiet in bed? I mean, if it were me, I would have run out screaming the first night.
I think I might have stayed. That Christian really knows how to please a man. I mean a woman. Maybe a man too.
I just go back 40 years. You're sexually inexperienced, and this is your first introduction. You really think you would have been okay with that? What an interesting perspective.
Are you a virgin, Pam?
Mom, that's not appropriate. Well, Pam, are you? Of course. I signed a celibacy pledge to wait until marriage.
Oh, Pam, I think that was naive. You're missing out on so many great opportunities.
I don't think she signed a celibacy pledge, Mom. I think she's dodging the question.
Oh, good. I'd hate to think that your first sexual experience was your wedding night. Such a disappointing end to such a lovely day.
I'll bet you waited until marriage, Grandma.
Sadly, I did.
Paul and I waited until we were ready to reproduce. Wait, what? Your father and I have a deep connection. We wanted the same things in life. We decided we needed to get married to further our life goals, but we weren't ready to take our relationship to the bedroom on our wedding night. So we waited until we were ready.
Paula, that's a terrible example to set for your daughter. No wonder she's 24 and hanging out with us with no romantic possibilities. Oh, she should be out sowing wild oats and then settling down.
Not all of us have wild oats to sow, Mom. Pam, if you're not ready for a physical relationship, just find love and the rest will follow.
Pam, you get out there and compare the size and styles of dozens of men's members. There's a lot to be learned and even more fun to be had. Then lock a man down.
It's not about locking a man down, Mom. It's about security and family.
Christian locked Anna down. Locked her up too.
Okay, Mom, Grandma, I'm not either of you. I don't need to sleep around, nor am I afraid of men.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, Pam. Could you get the door? Themed snacks aren't the only thing that I bought for today's book club. I also bought a surprise.
Mother, what have you done? This is entirely inappropriate.
Oh, relax, Paula. He's perfect for now. This is Peter. He's working on his MBA at Columbia. His interests include crossword puzzles, sitcoms, and biking. And he's close with his family. And look at the chemistry.
Well, he sounds like a very nice young man, but this is no way to introduce two people.
It's the perfect way. Look at the two of them. I can imagine their wedding night already.
Okay, enough. Sorry. Grandma, this is too much.
Oh, Pam, you enjoyed that, and now you know you have a physical connection. Look, you two have a dinner reservation at 7.
Wait, no.
All right, we're going to finish off the show. Welcome back to 7th Inning Stretch. We have 4 more acts for your entertainment. First up, please welcome back to the stage one of DC's most accomplished poets. Please welcome Angelique Palmer!
You're just a blur. That's cool. Let's do a poem that's kind of experimental and very brand new. So one of the beautiful things about being a poet is that you go and you do these things called slams. Yay! Those happen. And then you go into classrooms and you teach about poetry and workshops happen. Yay! And sometimes you submit your work and they accept you for residency. And so I was accepted for a residency at Colgate University over the summer. Yay! That's awesome! And I was encouraged to do experimental work. So this experimental work is wrapped around something that happens a lot in this community and something we're fighting against tonight, which is abuse. Okay? So it's called The First One to Flinch. The first one to flinch gets to wear the other's pain around their neck, a wish meat sandwich latchkey, the survivor's shibboleth, I dare you. I double dare you. I double dog dare you. Physical challenge! Okay. Fix the oxygen around you in a way that it forgives the vulnerability in it while respects your authority over it? No? Okay. Then gather all of your squirrely nerves into a bundle and pocket that shit deeper than they can get to, deeper than they can purchase, deeper than they think they already own. They already own you. No? Okay, be 10. In order to play flinch, you have to lock eyes with the blinding light in front of you and floor it. Remember, you're only as weak as the softest of your flesh, only as weak as you are fetching, only as weak as the backhand you should have known was coming. Coming at ya. Hey, you know I had to, here it is. Don't move. First one to flinch, better know how to get a running start for the chain link fence, lest a handful of your hair and a backward skin to claw freely betrays you. Better know how to stay in your stance after the ear-nose-kidney combination lands perfectly. Better know how to hear I love you at the wrong time from the wrong person and smile in fluent nah. Better know how to hold on to what you cannot give away. The first one to flinch gets a lesson in angry, bring your people, make it an event. The first one to flinch gets a peekaboo smile and an immediate collection of trophy teeth. The first one to flinch invites themselves as failure. The first one to flinch is not my mother's child. The first one to flinch buys the whole bar a drink. The first one to flinch wins because it took enough of you to play. It's just so easy though. Who would want to win that way? Thanks for listening.
Angelique Palmer, everybody! She sells books. $5 for a book of poetry. You can't beat that price. All right, there's so much talent left and no time for introductions. Up next with his original rap titled Whole Foods, please welcome back to the 7th inning stretch stage, Mr. Pete Panucci.
All right. Thank you, Dave. Everyone give it up for Dave. Everyone give it up for Ruby and Casa Ruby. A fantastic night here. This next song is called Whole Foods. Hit it, DJ. Sometimes I get hungry. I ain't got no money. I'll tell you what I do. I say the door's open, and I can't wait. I go over to the counter and I grab me some grapes, and I send a little sucker in the apron comes over and says, wait. Like, man, you know you can only take one grape. I'm like, man, you need to show me the rule book. Stop shooting me all them dirty looks. Ha ha, you're my man, you're my man, you're my man. I don't mean to be causing no ruckus, but I'm kinda looking right through you. You know why? I see 3 types of hummus on some pita bread. Yeah, that's what I said. I said, step aside, step aside, step aside, Greg. Yeah, step aside, kick the drama. I got an apple, a pear, and an Oxford comma. Check it. About to tell you where I'm at. I'm at the Whole Foods eating all the food samples. Where you at? Chilling at the Whole Foods eating all the food samples. Where you at? Chilling at the Whole Foods eating all the food samples. Where you at? Chilling at the Whole Foods eating all the food samples. Where you at? Yo, check it. I see 50 women who kinda look like Fiona Apple. Yo, I mess with the chow chow, but don't mess with the scrapple. You see, don't worry, Whole Foods, everything's gonna be fine, because eating organic is just really a state of mind. You see, you can find a Whole Foods just about anywhere, between the yoga pants place and the doggy daycare. You see, love the strawberries. Yo, I really love the flavor, even though they were picked by using prison labor. Yeah.
Correct.
I'm at the Whole Foods eating all the food samples. Where you at? Chilling at the Whole Foods eating all the food samples. Where you at? I'm chilling at the Whole Foods eating all the food samples. Where you at? I'm chilling at the Whole Foods eating all the food samples. Where you at? Yo, check it. I go on and 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 on. Did I mention my favorite fruit's gotta be a blood orange? Yeah, that's right. I just made orange rhyme with something. A lot of people say orange doesn't rhyme with anything. I'm gonna clear up some confusion about blood oranges. Blood oranges do not actually contain blood. Strictly hyperbole. The best blood oranges in the world come from Sicily. Thank you, thank you.
Pete Pinocchi, everybody! Our next performer is a comedian. She's performed at the Kennedy Center and the DC Improv. She's part of the podcast Tag Nation. Please welcome Chelsea Short!
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought the stage was heavy. I made it slide under me. How's everybody doing? Good, good. All right, I'm gonna do some comedy for y'all. Let's kick it. Do y'all ever roll up on like a double stroller and then you see there's only one baby in it and you're like, oh my God, what happened? That's what I think every time. I always think, there was one, there were two, no, there's one. I feel like that would be an amazing Halloween costume. You know, just one baby in a double stroller with like a little bit of blood coming down your mouth, you know? And you're like dressed like a fit mom and you're just like, this one's for later. I work up such a hunger when I'm running. You know, I feel like it'd be a great costume. Good enough that don't wait till Halloween. Bust it out now. Bust it out now. I know I might not look it, but I can tell that I'm getting older, and one of the reasons is the way I react to my friends telling me that they're getting older. I was at a party only a couple days ago. My friend came up to me and she was like, "You won't believe what I found when I was getting ready to come to this house party." I looked in the mirror and I found a white hair on my head. I said, "What? You only found one?" And it was on your head? Aren't you blessed? Aren't you blessed? Like, now that I've hit 30, grooming for a first date it's at least 15 more minutes. You know, I gotta look like I'm still fertile, you know? I do. I go down there and I clean it up. I don't know if that's something y'all struggle with. I am dating, at least I'm trying to date, and I feel like it's getting really difficult to be a black woman trying to date other black women. I think it's just like the social movements of our time, and I know y'all are like, what are you talking about? Does Black Lives Matter make dating more difficult? No, it's not that. I'm talking about the social trend of every lesbian becoming a self-identified witch. I don't know, have you guys noticed that? How everybody is now a self-identified witch. Like, it's really tough. I don't know if you guys like read the bios in Tinder, but like you can see somebody who's got a great photo. Click it, like, I want to know more about her, and you scroll down. I'm definitely a witch. I'm into crystals, chakras, astrology, the whole nine. It's really tough. They work on me though. I dated a brujita for about 2 years. It was fun. It was fun while it lasted. See, that's the tough part. It's always fun. The coolest thing about her, and the way that I feel like you can tell a witch, is one, she tells you that she's a witch. But two, is that she can make magic with a scarf. True story. I dated this girl for 2 years, right? But for the first 3 weeks of us dating, we saw each other quite a lot. She wore the same 3 articles of clothing, and I had no idea. She could turn that scarf. One, yes, it was a scarf, but then she also turned it into like a halter top. It was a mini skirt. It was a robe. It was a shawl. Like, it was everything. She took one scarf, tied it to another scarf, and made a leather jacket. I don't know how. It looked amazing. I had no idea. We get to 3 weeks, because I'm no prude. We get back to my place. She takes off her scarves underneath lingerie. That was also scarves. She whispers dirty talk in my ear. She was like, "Hey, did you know I've been wearing the same 4 scarves since we met?" I was like, damn, this girl can stretch $1. I need to lock this down for some indeterminate amount of time. Come over here, let's take that off. Getting her undressed was kind of like unwrapping a mummy that was also a magician's trick. It was just scarves and scarves and scarves. I think the worst part about dating witches is that my mom always knows when I'm on a date with a witch, because I always text her on the second date, like, "Hey mom, was I born in the afternoon or the evening? This bitch is trying to do my moon chart." My mom's like, "You know what? This is so Libra of you. You need to remember. You need to stop being so skeptical." All right, you guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you so much. Thank you, I appreciate that. In fact, I hope you all are ready for some more comedy, because I have the privilege of bringing the next act to the stage. The next act is visiting us from Baltimore and is just so tremendous. I mean, she asked me not to like name too many accolades, but I'm so excited. I can't wait for her debut on Comedy Central. Like, she's incredible. So please help me welcome D-Lo, the comedian.
Of course. All right now, how y'all doing? Fuck all that side chatter shit. Hey. Hello. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Might be something like a show going on over here. Yeah, I had to put gas in my fucking car for this. Y'all gonna have to shut the fuck up for a second. Fuck that. I put $7 worth of gas in my car, so that means you gotta shut up for 6 minutes. That's it. I love this variety show shit. This is awesome. First thing, Dave, when you emailed me, you asked me to do the show. You didn't tell me how many people were gonna have their nipples out. Okay? I walked in here, I didn't even know that was you, because your chest is, wait a minute, is this the wrong fucking club? What the fuck is going on? That's what's up. It's definitely a variety. Let's see, the rap guy came up here about stealing food at the grocery store. If you come to Baltimore with that shit, you will get fucked up, okay? I promise you. Whole Foods, Giant, it doesn't matter what store. You can go to the crack corner, take anything, you gonna get fucked up. Then I saw, let's see, who else do we have? I saw one guy, you were singing like a motherfucker. Like, god damn. I wasn't sure I was still gay when you were singing. I was like, okay, all right, sounds good, okay. But I only heard that song on, what's that fucking Quentin Tarantino joint? I only heard it there, and it was sung by like some old motherfucker, so it just didn't, I didn't pick up the song till the end. Let's see, what else? Wait a minute, let me put this down. Since weed is legal, I smoke a lot of it, so I don't remember a lot of stuff. Yeah, it may not be legal where I live, but it's legal here, so fuck it. We had Chelsea come up, so we had the fruit stealer already, okay? We had the poet that looks like Jackie O. We had Chelsea come up here looking like Bruno Mars, a comedy and shit. She talking about double strollers and shit. Let me tell you something. A double stroller with only one baby is a crackhead shopping cart. That's what that is. Because that's when you see some motherfucker with a lawnmower in the back seat of that. Like, look, I got this lawnmower for $6.12. And they come with the most random prices. And you said you met a girl that had 4 scarves on for the whole week? Or 3 weeks? You wouldn't have made it to the bed, bitch. You going to the shower. That's where you going. And then those clothes are going to Sudsville or something. All of those scarves. Fuck that. I'm going to tie your ass up and put you in the fucking shower. Fuck that. Because you're not going to tell me one of them scarves ain't have titty sweat on it. Fuck that. I don't know a bitch in here yet. Maybe y'all. You don't have to go through it, sir. You know, you don't have a lot of under here. You know what I mean? I mean, they nice looking and everything. Stop. You're making me not look gay up here, okay? Don't show me your nipples. See me outside. You know? I like this place. This is pretty cool. I appreciate you bringing me up here, Dave. You know, I'm not sure how to feel about you. It's like, with your shirt off, it's kind of like you like a stripper accountant type thing going on. I feel like you could do my taxes and take all my money at the same time. Yeah. So I just feel like I don't know. I don't know. I did a show with Dave at JR's. It was awesome. It was awesome. Also, every guy in there had tighter pants on than I did. So that was something. And same thing today. Yes. I don't know. I'm fucking up or something. I gotta give me some pecs and like a man ass or something going. I got a little bit too much jiggle going on. And some scarf. No, fuck no. Can you see me with a fucking scarf on these joints? You know how many bras I got on those fucking? I got like 4 Walmart bras on, okay? Because it came from Walmart. And a girdle, okay? And I'm still jiggling. I went to Vegas recently and I wore a girdle. First of all, it was 114 degrees. And then I had a girdle and it had a hole in it. So one section of me right here was sweating. That's all they saw. It looked like somebody shot me with a water gun right fucking here, yo. Vegas is some real shit, man. I can't do that shit no more. That fucking desert sun, that shit is like a bill collector always on your ass. Like that fucking sun. I lost all my fucking money out there. And I wasn't even gambling, man. I don't even know how I lost that shit. I think a lot of it was fucking with those buffets. That's why I needed the girdle, you know what I mean? And every time I ate too much, that one little section came out the hole. And it was like, oh, you must be full, like a little turkey-based thing. It pops out when you're full. Since this is an LGBT, I feel like I can, you know, talk to you guys. I'm not like one of your typical lesbians. I don't do the book bag thing. You know, you hear about them with the book bag. I'm 39. I'll be 40 in 2 weeks. Like, fuck that book bag shit. I got scoliosis and bad knees. Fuck that. I'm not carrying that. Because I'm not going to be walking around with no little dick in the bag. The fuck out of here. So I went and I got me a rolling suitcase for my dicks. You know what I mean? And so I got a rolling suitcase. It got 4 dicks in there, a pillowcase, and some Febreze in case she's dirty. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just saying, you know. I'm not one of those lesbians that's like, you know how you see the lesbians, they got the pants hanging off their ass, got too much ass for that. I'll shut all the DC down if this ass was hanging out. I'm not one of those, I don't look like the little boy like Justin Bieber or Lil Wayne or Future or some shit. I'm somewhere, yeah, I love Justin Bieber too, but I'm not that motherfucker. You closer to him than I am. I'm somewhere in between like Rosie O'Donnell and T-Pain. Like I'm somewhere in the middle of that shit. Like I'm non-threatening and I like to dance. That's all I got for you. I'm about to get the fuck out of here, Dave. Anyway, you guys were fun. I appreciate y'all having me. I'm gonna bring Dave and his nipples back up. Y'all take it easy.
Do you want a comedian? time, I could listen to D-Lo for hours. Our last act of the night, we bring back Zoe Ravenwood. Now we've got a special treat for you while Zoe is setting up. This next song that she's gonna play is from her yet unreleased second album. You can only hear it right here. So, while she gets ready. No, take your time. Actually, this gives me a chance to do my topical humor. In presidential news, in an interview this morning on Fox and Friends, President Trump said that testifying against your boss in exchange for a lesser sentence should be illegal. Illegal, like, as soon as possible, please. How's your today? You know what? I'll ask Jeff Sessions. He can make it illegal. Put Jeff Sessions on the phone. What do you mean he's recused himself from taking my phone calls? Can he do that? I don't know what people can do. Also today, Trump tweeted that he's investigating the South African government for seizing land from white farmers. Said Native Americans, oh, now this bothers you. At least he's consistent. You can always count on Trump to get some of the facts, look at both sides, and ultimately do what his heart tells him is white. Meanwhile, a juror in the Paul Manafort trial said she saw some of the prosecutors napping during the trial. That's how much of a witch hunt this is. Robert Mueller could literally convict these guys in his sleep. In really local news, this is the last one. California Congressman Duncan Hunter was indicted today for illegally spending campaign funds on personal expenses, including a DC bachelor party, where he spent $462 at El Tamarindo, a block away from here, on 30 shots of tequila and 1 steak. Who was the asshole in the middle of this bachelor party who's going, you guys, maybe we should eat something? That's a lot of alcohol. Can we get some carne asada over here? I would be that asshole. All right, please welcome Zoe Ravenwood.
So this time I'm going to be smart and adjust the microphone before I sing, so I'm not leaning over while I'm singing. Thanks again for letting me use your amplifier. This one is off of my upcoming album that's coming out this fall, called Welcome to the World. This song's called Souvenir. From the hills you call home, do they bring a suggestion or a reason to roam? With the little soft in bed and the night is your own, what riddles fly in your head till the flight is all flown? just that you're just so gorgeous. You're so good at getting it wrong. Isn't an issue, I just sort of miss you. Hey, are they playing my song? Isn't much more, just that you're just so gorgeous. You're so good at getting things wrong. Isn't an issue, I just sort of miss you. Hey, are they playing our song? To your favorite roller skates and your favorite bars, I'll sing salutes and serenades on my beat up guitar. And like all the other alley cats, I will sing you the moon. And it won't be your dream come true, just your favorite tune. And we may never meet again, but you'll always be near. When the band plays that song you love, like a sweet souvenir, and you don't need a girl like me, but one might volunteer. 'Cause I'm learning that song you love, and I wish you were here. Thank you so much.
That's our show. Thank you for coming to 7th Inning Stretch. And we have one more hand for all of our performers tonight. First special guest bartender, Shirley